Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you have been absolutely fine. The Ladakh season has just begun and I've been working on this video for a very long time, since my own solo ride from Pune to Ladakh. So this is my complete 16-day Pune to Ladakh itinerary from Srinagar side, riding my KTM Duke 200. Every day, every pass, every stop, every lesson. I am not skipping anything. For reference, I did this trip between 25th August to 10th September back in 2023. Whether you're actively planning your own Ladakh trip or just dreaming about it from your couch right now, this one's for you. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into it. The golden rule: start early, ride carefully, and reach safely. I made it a point to be on the bike by 6:30 am every morning. It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference. You reach your destination before dark and you have time to actually explore. You're not scrambling for a hotel in the dark, and most importantly, you're riding the tricky mountain roads in good visibility, not in fading light. Trust me on this one. Okay, now let's go. Day 1 is the warm-up round, the one where you will start getting used to riding all those long distances across beautiful highways. I took NH60 via Nashik Ozhar and it was flawless. Excellent highways from start to finish. No drama, no diversions, just clean tarmac and open road. 632 kilometers. Start at 6:30, pace yourself well, and you'll be checking into your hotel in Indore well before sunset with enough energy left for a proper dinner. Day 2, another strong highway day. NH552G followed by NH48 all the way to Jaipur. Smooth, fast, well-maintained roads. One thing to keep in mind though, cows on the highway are a very real thing. They can literally jump onto the highway in front of you out of nowhere and have absolutely zero awareness of traffic. Keep your speed sensible and stay alert, especially through the smaller towns. Day 3, Jaipur to Pathankot, the longest day of the trip in terms of distance, 718 kilometers, but the highways make it manageable. NH48 out of Jaipur and then the brilliant NH152D from Narnaul all the way through Haryana, a wide, well-built road that really lets you cover the ground efficiently. Technically, bikes aren't allowed on this expressway, but DM me on Instagram for a hot tip. Day 4, Pathankot to Patnitop, the mountains beckon. After 3 days of high-speed highway riding, Day 4 is deliberately short, just 171 kilometers via Udhampur on the old Srinagar highway, NH1. The road's narrow, the elevation starts building, and the scenery shifts completely. You're now in the foothills, and everything feels different. The air, the gradient, the corners. Mountain roads require a completely different kind of temperament when riding, and this halt helps to reset that pace. Day 5, Patnitop to Srinagar. Depending on which month you choose to travel, you will either experience crazy crowds or you will get free roads almost all the way to Srinagar. En route, you will cover the 8.45 km long Banihal-Kazigan tunnel and will experience an almost uneventful ride all the way to Srinagar. Once you are settled in, make sure you get to Shankaracharya Hill before 4 pm. Entry closes after that without exception. From the top, you get a sweeping panoramic view of Srinagar spread across the valley below. Completely worth the climb. After this, head to Dal Lake for a shikara ride. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's not quite the peaceful, dreamy experience you've seen in movies. The moment you're out on the water, boats full of vendors will paddle up from all directions. Shawls, souvenirs, saffron, dry fruits, you name it. The prices are higher than usual. Haggle if you like, or just enjoy the novelty of it. Either way, it's part of the experience and is something you will get used to. One more important health note here. Altitudes start increasing from here on, so it's prudent to take your first Diamox tablet in the morning starting this day. Continue once every morning for a total of 5 days. Do not overdose more than one, and if required, have a probiotic as well to keep your tummy issues in control. Your body takes time to adapt gradually as you gain altitude over the coming days. Day 6, Srinagar to Kargil. This is the day everything changes. Start with breakfast at Sonmarg, a beautiful meadow town that gives you one last gentle moment before the road gets serious. Then comes Zozila Pass at 11,649 feet, your first real high altitude pass. Narrow road, steep drops, slow moving trucks coming from the other direction. Take it steady, don't rush. Zozila sets the tone for what's ahead. So 1, 2, 3. Zozila Pass. And I have made it. Important to note, Zozila is closed every Friday. Plan your itinerary around this or you'll find yourself stuck with nowhere to go. After Zozila, stop at Dras for lunch. This is officially the second coldest continuously inhabited place in the world. Make sure to enjoy Rajma Chawal here. Before reaching Kargil, take the time to stop at the Kargil War Memorial. I won't say much here, just go, spend some time, and let it speak for itself. End the day at Kargil at a hotel overlooking the Suru River rushing below. It's a powerful setting to wind down in. Day 7, Kargil to Leh, one of the most beautiful road trips in the world. First up, Mulbek Monastery at 11,495 feet. By now, you'll start noticing the altitude, a slight heaviness in the chest, a little more effort needed on any incline. Completely normal, your body is adjusting. You'll cross Namikla at 12,198 feet and then the big one, Photula Pass at 13,478 feet, the highest point on the Srinagar-Leh Highway. Stop, take a breath, take some pictures. When you stop, you may also come across other riders heading to Leh and can tag along with them. For example, I met a couple on a bike here who had been following me all the way from Srinagar. Oh, you saw me in Sonmarg also? Oh, okay. I am from Pune. Then the descent into Lamayuru, also called the Moonland. The landscape here is something else entirely, like being on some alien planet. I wish I had a few extra days. I would certainly have stayed here. There's something surreal about waking up in the middle of Ladakh's moonland with nothing around except mountains and silence. After Lamayuru, ride to Nimu for the Sangam point, where the Indus and Zanskar rivers meet. Two rivers, two different colors of water, converging right in front of you. There are two ways to see it, from the highway level, like me, or a road that takes you all the way down to the actual confluence. If you have time, go down. It's worth every extra minute. Also, on the highway, you'll come across some of Ladakh's iconic stops, Magnetic Hill, Gurudwara Patha Sahib, and a few beautiful monasteries along the way. By the time you roll into Leh, you'll feel it. That quiet sense of, I made it. Welcome to Leh. Yay! Finally made it. Hi guys, welcome to day 8 of my Pune to Ladakh ride. It's 9 in the morning, it's bright and shiny. It was really cold in the morning, but as soon as the sun comes up, things start to get really warm. So today is my rest day in Leh. I will be checking out the local places. But before I set out today, there is one very important ceremony that I need to do. So here you go. From today my bike is officially in Leh. Although this is supposed to be your rest day, nobody rests in Leh, right? Start your morning with breakfast at the cafe inside Zorawar Fort. Through the day, cover these places around Leh, the Hall of Fame, dedicated to the Indian Army's legacy in Ladakh, the Leh Palace, the old royal palace sitting high above the city, Shey Monastery and Stakna Monastery. Both give you excellent panoramic views of the valley. Thiksey Monastery, one of the most photogenic in all of Ladakh. And finally, Hemis Monastery, the largest in Ladakh. Thiksey and Hemis are about 30 to 45 kilometers from Leh, so plan to have lunch at Karu village at the Revo Cafe or Biker's Den after Hemis before heading back. In the evening, head to Shanti Stupa for sunset. Set up a time lapse as the sun drops behind the mountains. Seriously, do this. Amazing for B-rolls. Leh Market, after dark, transforms into a magical wonderland. Make sure to go there for dinner, and my recommendations are as follows. Parking note: there's no parking at Leh Market directly. Use the nearby paid parking and walk to the marketplace. Finally, the dream comes true. Khardung at 17,982 feet. Officially, the entry from South Pullu starts at 9 am and closes by 5 pm. South Pullu is about an hour from Leh, so plan accordingly. The earlier you leave, the fewer people at the top, and the more peacefully you can soak it in and get your pictures. Yay! Welcome to Chang La Pass. Hip hip hooray! I left as early as 6:30 and was at the top before 8 am. This was in August. Depending on the month, you may or may not be allowed to go up so early. In May and June, for example, it can still snow and form black ice, one of the worst hazards for bikers and cars alike. Ride carefully. On the way down, stop at the dhabas in Khalsar in Khardung village for thukpa, hot noodle soup at altitude. There's nothing better. My recommendation: stay at Nubra Valley for at least 2 days so you can explore the place properly. Check into your hotel in Diskit or Hundar and then proceed to the Diskit monastery to see the massive golden Buddha statue, and then to the Hundar sand dunes for the famous Bactrian camel ride. Yes, double-humped camels in Ladakh. Fill up at the Diskit petrol pump here, important for the next leg. If you're staying just one night, choose between the monastery or riding 81 kilometers ahead to Turtuk, one of Ladakh's most beautiful villages, famous for its fresh apricot juice. You can also continue 10 more kilometers further to Thang, the last Indian village before the LOC, with stunning views along the Shyok River. This round trip takes 5 to 6 hours, so plan carefully as you may end up riding back after dark. Day 10. Nubra Valley to Pangong Tso. By day 10, the fatigue had properly caught up with me. Every part of my body wanted a break, but I'd come this far with one goal in mind: to complete the entire Ladakh circuit on my KTM Duke 200. So after a lot of convincing myself, I geared up and pushed on towards Pangong. That said, not everyone needs to ride this trip the same way. If your body is asking for rest, take the extra day in Nubra. You'll probably enjoy the journey more because of it. If you do decide to continue towards Pangong Tso, there are 2 ways to get there from Nubra Valley. Option 1. Backtrack via Khardung village and Khardung to Leh and then continue through Karu and Chang La and onward to Spangnik. This is a fully tarmac route and is the most recommended and comfortable option, though it takes longer. Or take the more adventurous route, the one I chose. Option 2. The Shyok River route. Do not ride solo on this one. Make sure you've tanked up at Diskit before starting. Ride to Khalsar village and take the left turn towards Sumur and Panamik. Just after crossing the bridge over the Shyok River, there's a right turn towards Rongdu via the Shyok River basin. Fair warning, this route doesn't show up on Google Maps, but there are makeshift signs placed along the way to keep you on track. It's challenging all the way, but the remoteness and the landscape are unlike anything else. Continue through Shyok and Durbuk villages till you take a left towards Pangong Tso. Set your maps to Spangmik on the banks of the lake. From there, the villages of Man and Merak follow. You'll find tent stays and homestays all across the three. Pick whichever appeals to you. Pangong Tso sits at 13,862 feet. The sheer scale of the lake makes you forget the cold for a while, until night hits. The freezing winds, thin walls of the lakeside camps, and the altitude gave me one of the most sleepless nights of the entire trip. Dress in proper winter layers. After a long and adventurous day with lots of hardships, a great way to end the day by visiting the Pangong Lake. And I am a little out of breath here. This lake is supposed to be over 12,000 feet. Day 11. Pangong Tso to Leh. Backtrack from Spangmik to Tangste village and fuel up at what is known as the world's highest petrol pump. Don't skip this. From Tangste, ride towards Durbuk and take the left turn which will take you up 32 kilometers to Chang La at 17,688 feet, and then another 43 kilometers down to Karu village. One thing I'll tell you from personal experience, don't linger at the top of these passes. At that altitude, your body struggles fast. I felt my head spinning at Chang La and pushed off as soon as I could. You feel dramatically better once you drop below 15,000 feet. Oh, this was nice, but I need to get out of here. Feeling a bit dizzy. At Karu, stop for lunch at Revo Cafe, a genuinely lovely place to sit down, decompress, and have a proper meal before the final ride back to Leh. Hi guys, welcome to day 12 of Pune to Ladakh ride, or should I say Ladakh to Pune. Today first stop will be at Sarchu, and if I am not too tired I might continue on to Jispa. So let's see, let's get to it. Every day in Ladakh finds a new way to challenge you. Day 12's challenge is crossing 4 high altitude mountain passes back to back. An absolutely critical first step, fill up at the petrol pump in Karu village. The next pump is over 300 kilometers away past Jispa. Also, mobile network disappears after this point and only returns once you cross Darcha. Plan accordingly. From Leh, ride to Karu and then onwards to the Leh-Manali Highway. The passes come in sequence. Tanglangla at 17,482 feet, first of the day. Then across the Mori Plains, a vast high-altitude plateau that you race across towards Pang. Then Lachlungla at 16,600 feet. Then comes Nakila at 15,647 feet. Followed by the famous Gata Loops, 21 high-altitude hairpin bends. There's a shrine here dedicated to the ghost of Gata Loops, a story in itself. Stop here, offer water at the shrine, and please do not throw the plastic bottles. Offer the water, stash the bottle. A few shortcuts exist along the Gata Loops. I would not recommend taking any of them if you're riding solo. Not worth the risk. You then cross the border into Himachal Pradesh and reach Sarchu, which is still above 14,000 feet and very windy, and I don't recommend halting here for the night unless you really need to. If you must stop here, check out Gold Drop camps. I decided to proceed towards Jispa around 84 kilometers ahead. Cross the final pass of the day, Baralachala, at 15,912 feet, and then it's a descent past Surajtal, Zingzingbar, and Dipaktal. At the fork in the road, take the one towards Jispa. Cross the long bridge at Darcha, the longest on the Manali-Leh Highway, and your mobile network comes back to life. At Jispa, I can recommend two good options, Padma Lodge or Hotel Ibex. I have stayed at both. Day 13. Jispa to Manali. First thing in the morning, fill up at Tandi petrol pump. Also worth a quick stop to see the confluence of the Chenab and Bhaga rivers right here. About 26 kilometers ahead, don't miss the Sisu waterfall. Ride up to the Sisu helipad. It's one of the best vantage points you'll find anywhere on this route. If you're tight on time, you can push all the way to Chandigarh today, which would mean another 304 kilometers. I hadn't stayed at Manali before, so I stopped there to spend time exploring the numerous biker-themed cafes. Totally worth it. Day 14. Manali to Chandigarh. The first section of this day is the tricky one, getting to Mandi. If you are travelling after the monsoons, it is very likely that many of the roads have washed away. Depending on conditions, Google Maps will route you either via Command or via Pando. Landslides and rockfalls are a real possibility on this stretch, so ride with your head up. Once past Mandi, it's excellent highways all the way to Chandigarh. Two specific notes for this route. If you have aux lights installed, cover them before starting your ride to avoid fines. Between Mandi and Kirtarpur Sahib, there's a strictly speed camera governed zone near a place called Dehar. Ride within the speed limit. This is not the place to push it. Once in Chandigarh, remember to follow the strict speed limits even for two-wheelers and enjoy the city. Hi guys, welcome to day 15 and it's hot here in Chandigarh, I can tell you. Anyways, from Chandigarh to Pune, it's about 1800 kilometers. So it should take me 3 days, right? No man, I am not going to ride for 3 more days. I am too tired. I want to go home now. The return journey after 14 days on the road has a different feeling to it. The mountains are behind you, the altitude is gone, and the heat comes back fast, and the return journey seems like a grind. You can decide to send your bike and main luggage back via truck using Safe Express or Gati, and fly back home with just a backpack. Many bikers do this. However, I feel this is an expensive option, but you do save time and reach home earlier. I had decided to fast forward it by riding across 1800 kilometers within 2 days. As you cross Haryana, you feel the temperature rising steadily. Take water breaks, take ORS breaks. Don't let yourself get dehydrated trying to cover distance. On the bright side, after 2 weeks of continuous riding, your body has adapted remarkably well and 874 kilometers actually feels manageable. Day 16. Udaipur to Pune. And here, I'll share a mistake so you don't repeat it. I rode back via Udaipur, Gujarat and Mumbai, Pune. That was a costly error. I lost nearly 5 hours just in Mumbai traffic. By the time I reached Pune, it was midnight. An 18-hour day on the bike after an already exhausting trip. My strong recommendation, skip Mumbai entirely on the return via the same route, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Indore, Pune over 3 days, with a detour through Nasik. It's faster, cleaner, and you reach home at a reasonable hour, feeling like a human being rather than a zombie. 16 days earlier, this ride was just a route on Google Maps. Somewhere between Zojila, Pangong, and those endless mountain roads, it became something else entirely. Every pass, every pit stop, every lesson from the road. I hope this helps you plan your own trip better. Next, I will be sharing the itinerary for the Pune to Ladakh route via Manali and Zanskar, so watch out for that one. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Drop your questions in the comments and thanks for watching.